I hope you can understand my English. I learned it from a book. So, it was the end of March.
Louder.
It was the end of March. My last day in Barbados. Mike and Jane, my brother and sister-in-law, have a house there where they spend the English winters. And they have different groups of people who come and stay with them. And that afternoon, a guy from the next batch was coming, an Englishman called Richard. As a good Brit, he arrived right on schedule after lunch. I saw him before he saw me, and it happened. Boom. It hit me like a lightning bolt. It went right through my body and left me completely brain dead. I was instantly, hopelessly, madly in love with him, even before we said hello. As the day went by, I kept discovering so many wonderful qualities about him. My deep-rooted feelings for him had a reason for being. He had a career in marketing and advertising. Oh my gosh, just like me. He had been an officer and a war hero. I had countless years of therapy. Enough experience to help him with his PTSD. I tormented him through the night. Yeah. He owned a ranch and a lodge in Kenya. So romantic. I could start writing a novel there, or at least get some great Instagram shots. And get this guy funded microloans for women cottage industries in Kenya. He was the perfect combination of the Dos Equis most interesting man in the world and Indiana Jones. How could I possibly resist him? I mean, there were some details to iron out before I ran into the sunset with him. Like, he lived half a year in Kenya and half a year in London. But that wasn't necessarily an obstacle. I just had to plan some timely visits back to LA for my Botox injection. No way I was going to trust a Kenyan bush doctor with this face. Or an English doctor with bad teeth, for that matter. But the romance ended before it got started, and the next morning I was on a plane back to Los Angeles with not even an email address. Just a couple of already started Words with Friends games. We kept playing for months. He was set on beating me. I was so much better than him. But he was a warrior, and he had to defeat me. I tried to engage him a couple of times with texting, but there was no biting. It was like playing with myself. Literally. It was September. I was on the phone with Mike, and he asked me if I was going to go back to Barbados the following March. I was just about to say, not really, when he finished the sentence and said, because Richard wants to know whether you're going to go back to Barbados so you can be there at the same time. I couldn't believe that I had been in his thoughts. And my name had actually crossed his most desirable lips. Of course I'm coming, Mike. That's when the Words with Friends romance started. I had to use all my marketing and advertising experience to polish my Words with Friends image. What a task when you consider the tools that I had available. My profile picture, and my game proficiency. I had to rely solely on marketing. I mean, there was nothing else. So, I mean, I had to render him powerless under my incredible charms. So, number one, definitely no more playing Friday or Saturday night. No goddess will be caught playing on a date night. Never, ever on a weekend morning. A dreamy creature like myself would only be spending leisurely time with a lover in bed. No time to check video games. Oh, I know where I forgot. I have to confess. Now, all my friends, work with friends out there, don't get all excited. I have to confess that I downloaded Words with Friends cheats. I didn't use it with you. I just used it with Richard. I was on a mission. I mean, I had to keep the mystique alive. I mean, I already told you I was better than him. But I had to channel the mind of a warrior, right? And the harder the victory, the sweeter the spoils. And I was ready to spoil him. So if you think about it, it wasn't really cheating. One day I opened the game and there was a message from Richard. Are you going to go to Barbados next March? I couldn't believe it. He loved me back. This was I was giddy, but I had no time to waste. I had 3 months to look fabulous. I started going to the gym like crazy, climbing the Big Ben on the Stairmasters every day. I thought it was symbolic. I went to the tanning salon, I went to a medical spa or two. I bought beautiful clothes, I even put permanent eyelashes on. I could wake up in the island looking naturally beautiful every morning. My friends were all so excited, it all felt like a preparation for a wedding. So when the time came to go to Barbados, I looked fabulous. I was tan, I was toned, I was wrinkle-free. I was ready for my pirate of the Caribbean. The whole week was playful and flirty. Everybody thought we were a couple, Mike and Jane, Richard and Vivi. We kept joking that we looked like honeymooners in every picture, but in reality, we hadn't even held hands. On the last night, Jane held a wonderful dinner party, and there we were once again explaining to some guests that no, we were not a couple. And then he looked at me, and with that smile of his, he said, you know, we will get married one day, not now, but one day. I had to catch my breath. Will this keep happening? It was happening. And then he turned serious, really, really serious. And he looked at me straight in the eye and said, you know, Vivi, I'm in love with someone else. Was I crushed? For a year I had been in love, I felt beautiful, I felt special. Funny though, it wasn't because of him. I didn't need him, it was all in my head. And the feeling was exquisite, just like the real thing. It's been a year now, and we still play Words with Friends religiously. I really don't know why. We're not even friends. I'd love to never see this guy again. But every time I open the game and I see the smiling face of his profile, I always say, hello, love.